Do you feel the vibes?
Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Nitrostorm and we are back with another video. As you can see here, we have a level 200 and of course I level 200 none other than Nanao. As you can see, I made a level 200 right away. I didn't even need that much effort because I was just farming. I mean, it didn't really take that much because the first day of the release system, they had a decent amount of drop rate. Unfortunately, I didn't get any Hachigen wheels, so it's going to be a little while before I make my second level 200. But for now, we're just going to show you some now gameplay. But first, you look at this build and take a guess of what I'm going to do. So as you can see here, we have a Yuki dispenser with 20 attack, a Popples dispenser with 24 stamina, and then a Hojikuzai with 24 stamina. As you can see, these secondary effects are pretty mediocre. I'll be improving these soon, but for now we have our character links. We have Isane, Hyorin Maru, and Frenzy Byakuya. As you can see here, if you haven't guessed already, as you can see, she has Hollow Killer. Now if you haven't been able to guess yet, we are going to be doing the hachigen raid on auto. And now while she plays on auto, I will be talking about my opinions on the level 200 release system, like just my opinions, like what I think about it and so on. As you can see here, a lot of people have already level 200. So like for example, Lucky Larry, pretty decent stats on the Rangiku here. Look at Dangai stats, very nice. See Ryujin here, got pretty decent stats right there. Nanao has exactly the same amount of SP. And then we have Cowboy with his beloved Byakuya with his 6-star form. And we have this guy with that gold chappy. Look at this. This is crazy. You see these stats? Yeah, you wouldn't really want to fight against this guy. And then you have full bring Uryu with a lot of stamina, pretty nice. So as you can see here, a lot of people here already have level 200 characters with good stats and good characters. But let's get right into the hachigen raid and let's talk about level 200 release system. Alright guys, so as you can see, some stuff changed here, but never mind that. Let's move on to talking about the new stat system here. It's the new release system. So first, let's talk about what K-Lab has done. Well, they used the stat increases only. Everyone, like every gacha character, has the same amount of stat increase, and all the free characters like Kon and the gacha characters got the same stat increase of what they were less. Now, I am pretty disappointed with the increase in stats that they have given, but what can we do? It's K-Lab. I was expecting changes to their soul tree, like giving the weaker characters extra upgrades, hopefully making them viable again. But unfortunately, K-Lab didn't go that route, and they just gave every single gacha character the same stat increases. Now hopefully, as you can see here, they've given us different amount of stat increases. Now stamina was increased the most, attack being second, spiritual pressure being third, defense and focus being close, but focus is last with 55, defense being 57. Now how does this change the current meta in PvP, you think? Well, I think that stamina is still one of the most viable stats to increase, and then attack, I'd say it would be more. I think attack is becoming more viable as well to increase, because as you can see, there's a lot of chappy characters here. Now what I'm saying by attack being more viable is that I think, in my opinion, that strong attack characters, when you're thinking strong attack characters in PvP, like you first think about just getting as much spiritual pressure as possible for increased damage, for the most damage output in strong attacks, right? But as you can see with the new accessories and so on, everyone is going to become very tanky. and I am not sure if spiritual pressure can keep up with dealing as much damage as the tankiness of the current meta, because a lot of people will use damage reduction and so on, and with just 95 increase in attack, no, with like a 203 increase in stamina, 57 increase in defense, and then like there's 33 less spiritual pressure increase to attack when you level up someone to level 200, you can tell that, you know, increasing attack would be very beneficial, because after you use your strong attacks, you're only left with your nad, with your nad string, and your nad string only uses your attack stats. But when you're doing strong attacks, the attack stat isn't as potent as spiritual pressure, but the attack still, you know, adds on to the strong attack damage, and then you would still do a decent amount of normal attack damage with a high attack stat after you use your strong attacks. So enemies with high defense won't be, you know, taking 1 damage because your attack is too low and their defense is so high. But that's what I think, at least. Now, for which stat you should focus on the most PvP, well, this is now, you know, it really depends nowadays. Like, you can't just really focus on always on one stat and expect to win every single PvP match. You need to be able to, you need to plan your team. You need to plan your team, and you need to focus on each character that you're going to bring. Like, why do you want this character? Why do you want this character? How should I upgrade them? Why do I upgrade them that way? And so on. That's what you need to consider when talking about, you know, when thinking about creating your PvP team. Yeah, there's a lot more to think about now, because there's a lot of good strong attack characters, and there's a lot of, you know, good NAD characters and upcoming characters as well. You need to focus on that as well. Now, continuing on with my opinion here, I don't know why the free characters got a lower stat increase. I guess it's because they're free, but I guess this, you know, K-Lab just wants to tell us, you know, oh, to be able to get the most out of your characters, you need to get the gacha characters. Now, I don't know if K-Lab's going to change anything about these, you know, with the release system. I don't think so. Unfortunately, I don't think so. I would love if K-Lab, you know, brought the weaker characters, the older characters back to life with, you know, new upgrades. But as I see it so far, I don't think that's going to happen. But as you can see here right now, you know, Nanao is doing amazing. You know, level 200 with the right build can make you be able to auto 5-star raids. You know, you never thought about certain characters being able to auto 5-star raids, but you know, if you plan it just right, and then with the new increase in stats, it made them more bulky. You know, it made them more resilient to damage because there's more health, and they also deal more damage. So you also keep that in mind. So in terms of PvE, of course, everyone will do more damage, and now, you know, by more damage, you know, certain characters, like for example Fullbring Ichigo, who already had really good stats all around, they basically made him, you know, too strong in my opinion. I mean, in PvP you can still beat the guy depending on how they build him, but like, it really depends on how you build your team if you're going to fight against Fullbring Ichigo. Like, you can't just, even though everyone in PvP can defeat each other, you need to be able to make sure that you plan your team accordingly to be able to defeat the other team, you know. And then when it comes to defense teams, you could make a good defense team, but nowadays, you know, even with a good defense team, you might just lose anyway. So don't lose heart when that happens, you know. Just as long as you win, then that's good enough. And yeah, for the drop rates of the Hogekyus, at the Hogekyou wheels at the moment, I do not like it. A lot of people have been getting drops, but not me, so that's kind of making me sad. In terms of the droplets, I would recommend doing 5-star raids, to be honest, after farming it for a while. And yeah, like I pretty much used crystals to level up Nanao to 200. I did use her a few times, you know, to get some experience, like during the battle, so I don't waste any EXP from doing levels. But personally, it's not really hard to get someone to level 200. Honestly, it's just getting the Hogikyu wheels and the droplets. No, it's just the wheels. The droplets you can get passively by, you know, autoing raids and so on. It's the Hogikyu wheels that's the problem. It's gonna be taking a while. Like, if you're not good in rank, or like if you don't spend a lot of orbs, it'll be kind of difficult to get the Hogikyu wheels quickly, unless, you know, you're a really lucky person. So overall, what do I think about the release system? Well, it's kind of okay, to the point that it didn't really change anything too drastic. I thought that the release system was to balance out characters, but no, everyone just got different, like everyone just got the same stat increase pretty much. But with the increase in stats, you know, everyone would lean to increasing a certain stat more than the other because of how much they buff that certain stat. Now also, I would like to, you know, to talk about, I guess, one more thing, and that is, you know, defense. I think I'll make a video maybe in the near future about defense and how viable it would be in the near future. Well, it's been your boy Nitrostorm. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.